Hello. Today we're going to talk about tracking the employer portion of a 401k contribution. Many employers we know will offer various forms of matching for employees' contributions to their retirement plans. So as an employer, wouldn't it be convenient to have a tool or a utility that would enable you to calculate these contributions that you make automatically without having to resort to a spreadsheet or something of that nature? Sage 100 allows us this ability, and it does so through the use of deduction codes. We're going to go to the payroll module. We are going to go to the setup folder, and we are then going to go into deduction code maintenance. We're going to pick a code that doesn't currently exist, and today I'm going to use the code PP for pension plan, and type. 4 different types of deductions, one of which is the employer contribution. We're going to go ahead and select that. It is not additional pay to an employee. It is merely going to track the benefit that you are offering by contributing to their plan as well. As far as the calculation method, we have two choices. We have the fixed amount, or typically a percentage of gross would be a way that we would calculate. Many employers will use a sliding scale. So if an employee is contributing up to a certain percentage, the employer would match, say, half of that until it reaches a particular cap. So if we use the percentage of gross method here, we'll be able to assign various percentages, and we're going to do that on an employee-by-employee basis. You see that we can offer a standard amount or a rate that we would want to calculate, but because everybody's contributions are likely different, we're going to actually not put a value here because we will put that on the employee's record itself. Other things that we need to do, we need to assign the liability account into which these funds will be accrued. And we're going to just pick a particular account here that seems like it would be appropriate. We might have a 401k withholding account or something of that nature. I'm going to use this particular accrued expenses account. And then as far as the actual expense that lands on the income statement, we need to pick an appropriate expense account. And in my case today, I'm going to just go ahead and use a miscellaneous account because that's what I've got available. You might also have a particular 401k contribution that's specifically defined for this. Pick what accounts are appropriate for you. Some other things that we can do is look up here at the top where we have the earnings button, and we might want to pick and choose the types of earning codes that we will allow the calculation to work. It might be for all pay types, it might only be for regular, it might only be for overtime. So you have the ability to include or exclude particular earnings types that are going to be on employees' time cards, whether or not you want your contribution match to calculate on those figures. Now that we've got the deduction code defined, we need to apply it to each particular employee. So in order to do that, I'll accept here, and I'm actually going to go find an employee for whom I want the match to be attached. We'll pick an individual, and we see that this person happens to be participating in the pension plan, so this is a good choice. And we're going to go into the deduction codes. We're going to see the various codes that may already exist on that employee, and all we're going to do is just find our code, the pension plan, and we're going to assign the appropriate percent based on what is applicable to this employee. So whatever that might be, you just go ahead and set that up. We've got it defined as an automatic deduction. And we'll note as we use this deduction, it will accumulate totals based on the current months of the quarter to date, and the year to date. Once we have all of this defined, this now becomes a calculated contribution that will show up on the employee's time card. Thank you very much, and I hope that this is helpful for you as far as setting up an employer contribution on an employee's record.